Hello, my name is Eric, and this is my channel, Himbo. Welcome. Today I'm going to be talking about Star Trek. As some of you know, I'm a big fan, and so it went a little crazy, and I got quite a bit. I'm going to start showing you off my haul. Buckle up, it's a bit of a long one. So my friend Rich from Big Nasty Comics was kind enough to give me this reprint of Star Trek The Next Generation crossover of X-Men called Planet X. It's got this beautiful painted cover. Not sure who it's by, but it does a great job of capturing a lot of their likeness. Pretty dynamic. You got Wolverine and Storm that's going all out, and Worf with his bat left. It's beautiful because it's a newer print. So with my older eyes, I appreciate the font being bigger. I also got this recently released novel by Dayton Ward, Star Trek Picard: To Defy Fate. It's got Crusher, Wesley Crusher returning to help Picard and the gang from some time-space hijinks. And then I discovered this while Googling, well, not Googling, but while browsing eBay. It is a Star Trek, the making of Next Generation Skybox card set, Gold Edition. So by Gold Edition, it means it comes with a pin that commemorates the finale of All Good Things. It's a behind the series card set. So basically, it just takes you step by step, and it's the full set. It's not just randomized cards, but the full set of cards showing how the show is made, and it's pretty cool. Like I said, I thought it'd be just random packs where you just kind of have to make up your own sets, but I like that it's one full set, and it was only about $10 on eBay, so pretty good deal. I like this because I like I want to understand how the show gets made and all that stuff, and unfortunately we don't have as many special features as we used to, at least compared to the DVD Blu-ray days. So it's nice to just have this and just kind of see how things happen step by step. Next up, we're gonna move to the comics. Star Trek has worked with a bunch of different publishers over the years: Malibu, Wildstorm, DC, Marvel, and now IDW. And what I'm going to be showing off is a lot of older comics. This one is a 48-page special from Malibu, Deep Space Nine, featuring Worf special. It's a nice photo cover. Michael Dorn, Avery Brooks. Next up is one from Marvel. It is a Riker special. What I like is it's not only got photo, real life William Frakes, but it's also got the comic art in the background. This one was a good one because it has Riker going undercover as part of Number Key to unveil like some kind of secret collaboration between them and the Klingons, and they're seeking out the Genesis weapon. It's a nice little callback to that, and excuse me, also features Ro Laren, a great character who's going to be appearing in an upcoming video game. So that's worth checking out. John Burns also did quite a few Star Trek comics. This one is called Star Trek Crew. Excuse me. It features Una, known as number 1 during Pike's Enterprise years. So there's number 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. This one, this one features the augments. One thing I do like about John Burns is he does a good job of weaving in the lore from Star Trek. Here's number 5. And that was the last of that series. Next up is from DC's Star Trek Annual. I got this one because it features Yeoman Rand, Janice Rand, who is played by Grace Lee Whitney. She has an interesting story. She didn't have the easiest time growing up, and it wasn't until post TOS that she was actually discovered by DeForest Kelley in the unemployment line, I believe. And at that time, they were making the motion picture, and I believe it was thanks to DeForest he was able to get her a role in it. If I could be mistaken, but I believe that's what it was. The story was. So I got Starfleet Academy number 1. It's a Marvel series written by Chris Cooper. It's a great little series featuring a dog, and it feels in a little bit of his time at the Academy. And I like that there's a pretty diverse crew with Andorian, Vulcan, and two different humans. And later would come in what is Troy's species? Dang it. Whatever Troy is, whatever Beta Z. Thank you. Me. Next up is another IDW series called Alien Spotlight. There's one from the Cardassians, who are notable in Deep Space Nine. Q, who's notable throughout the series, but especially in TNG. One of the nice things is about these covers to have very variant covers where they either featured something art or one of their photo covers. Romulans. And here's another John Byrne series called Romulan Schism 1 through 3. It's set during the TOS era. I believe it also features number 1 right here, an older version of her, iteration of her. And I kind of like these crazy patchwork costumes that the Romulans had back then. It's kind of neat. But yeah, this is another John Byrne series, volume 1 through 3, and I like that the cast rotates. It gets a little bit of a cover page time. And I'm not sure, I keep forgetting which Klingon this is. I want to say Kor. I believe it's definitely one of the ones. Koloff, or something like that. And then back to Marvel, we have Star Trek Unlimited. It was an anthology series. This is number 1. I like this one. Really good capture of the TOS crew. Number 5. What if Shelby became a Borg in the best of both worlds? And then 2 last ones. Here's another Alien Spotlight. This one's featuring the TOS version of Klingons. And last but not least, it is a Deep Space Nine Ultimate Annual number 1. This one was kind of a fun story. Basically, Cardassians find this device that alters reality, and it's up to the crew to trying to repair reality to what it actually was. So I have opened this, but I have kept it in a bag because I'm a bit of a spill risk. And this is the Art of Lower Decks art book, and it's great. It shows artwork from artwork, character sheets, a little bit of notes for throughout the seasons. I've read up to at least 1/5 of it, and it's not, and I am enjoying it very much. I just was kind of hoping for a slide might more commentary or more details about some of the. I mean, there is some. You definitely see how Mariner first started in initial drafts, but then you get to see her slowly become resembling a bit more like Tawny Newsome. So you get to see the evolution of stuff like that. But I was just kind of hoping more commentary about like why he made this choice, that choice, and stuff like that. But regardless of the lack of details on some of the stuff, at least what I've found so far, it's still a great book. I'm having a lot of fun just reconnecting with this with the Lower Decks lore and just reminiscing about all the past episodes. Last but not least, magazines. There are a few Star Trek magazines, and they got featured in other magazines as well. So I went a bit crazy. I don't know if you can tell. Use my head for comparison. From about my chin to my eye. This is Starlog number 3. It features a cover by a Mad Magazine artist, and I got this basically because it features a little bit of con history. There's a few photos of TOS cast members and wearing 70s era clothing, and it's kind of fun because you get to see DeForest Kelley in bell bottoms. And the nice thing is they also give a little page spotlight to each of those actors. We got the 150th issue, which we list 150 reasons to love Star Trek, or why they love Star Trek. Here's a new iteration of the Star Trek magazine, number 1. I got this specifically because it has a short story featuring Leonard Bones McCoy, so that's why I got this issue. And I just realized it comes with a little nice poster of the different ships. A special Klingon issue, Michael Dorn on the showcase. Another Klingon issue of various other notable Klingons like Goron, and the one play by Tony Todd. Neelix issue 106. Yeah, one of the things I liked about these magazines is because not only do you feature the main actors, there's a lot of times you feature a lot of the side characters or more minor protagonists in the show, and that's what I like. You get to hear from their perspective. And I know that's a little bit more common now with podcasts and interviews, but the problem is they're kind of scattered. So, I mean, you don't, unless you think to look for them or you got lucky and stumble upon them, it's kind of hard to find some of these things. At least where the magazine, you just got it all in one place. Number 107, a nice Leonard Nimoy cover. Here's a special issue of 116 featuring various African American black actors that have appeared and been involved with Star Trek. Oh, this is the book, a coloring book that my friend Eric of SideQuest Comics has got me. He was kind of getting me the Star Trek Alien comic book, and I dig it because it's got two Vulcans and I believe a Tellarite in the back here. It's really cool. Yeah, so I bought a lot of these magazines from eBay a lot, and one of the main reasons I bought it is because, especially issues like this, featuring the woman Star Trek number 131. Let's see, it's got DC Fontana, Jerry Taylor, and Mary Howard. Some of those ladies were responsible for a lot of stuff behind the scenes. Issue 155. Sex in Star Trek. And we got a. I like how these are even a provocative kiss between Brent Spiner and the Borg Queen in the background. Let's see, a Jerry Ryan 709 number 115 Star Trek Communicator magazine, featuring her original silver costume. 124. I'm a big fan of Leonard Bones McCoy, and I'm a big fan of DeForest Kelly because he's from all counts, he was a really nice human being. One of my favorite little anecdotes about him is that after his passing, I believe he had a final letter to his wife saying something along the lines of "True love stories never end," and I thought that's a really sweet way to tell your wife "I love you," and yeah, just be a wonderful man. I'd highly recommend a biography by, I believe it's, I forget who wrote it, but I believe it's called From Sawbones to Stardust, and it's got a photo of him from his TOS days, so I highly recommend you checking that out. Let's see, 127, a special time travel issue. Lower Decks never did a time travel episode, which I kind of hate because time traveling episodes are one of my favorites. I understand the mechanics and of writing one are difficult and annoying, but I wish they did. I think they would have fun with it. Here's another one. Let's see, 137. It's about the Gremlins, and it's even got a pull-up poster featuring Jolene Blaylock. Let's see if we can find that. Oh, okay, she looks great. Number 148. It features Trip, and it's even got a poster. Let's see. He's another one of our characters. I like him because, yeah, I like him and Bones. Because I think there's this no BS attitude. They want to get the job done well and right. That's what I think I like about both of them, and they care about people. Yeah, looks good. Looks like the same background as the other one. Here is 153 about the Orions, and this one's got a poster as well. DeForest and his JFK haircut. Yeah, for those who don't know, DeForest Kelly was known primarily as, before Star Trek, he was primarily known as the heavy in a lot of Western films, the bad guy. And I think they wanted to, and I believe some people were unsure about how, trying to figure out a way to make him more friendly looking to viewers and to the studio to approve the casting choice of DeForest. So what they did was they gave him one of the more popular haircuts at the time, which was the JFK look. Here is number 102, featuring Voyager. Okay. I don't think it's really showcasing anything specific, just various interviews from different actors. This one's got DeForest Kelly one. That's cool. And another fun thing about these old magazines is that they also have catalogs. So like, for example, I've seen these on eBay. Locker posters. Picard say making it so. I believe Beverly Crusher says this will hurt a bit, and stuff like that. I like all these things, and there's even a great cutaway poster right here of the TOS Enterprise. We got a special effects issue, number 105, which is cool because, like I said, I like learning about the technical aspects of how they made a lot of this stuff. This is number 108. It is about the making of Star Trek Voyager's Captain Sulu episode. Not a bad episode, but it wasn't really about him. He just happened to kind of just appear alongside it. And it was nice in the 10th in terms of story. It didn't really do much for me. It was a nice showcase for the character Tuvok, though. This is 109. It is about Star Trek First Contact, the movie, behind the scenes. A very great movie directed by Jonathan Frakes. Oh, here's another one about First Contact, 110. It is about designing the new Borg, the ships of First Contact. That's really cool. Even has Mark Leonard's last interview. He's notable for playing the Spock's father, Sarek. 111, Conversation with Kardashian. DS9's Mark Alamo, who played Gul Dukat. Very good at his job. Very menacing, he could be very frustrating, but yet somehow likable in a way. Let's see, this is 112. It's about Jonathan Frakes directing First Contact. 113, Evolution of the Enterprise E, including interviews with different actors. Ooh, here is, let's see, what issue number is this? 117, featuring the classic TOS crew. Interviews with Shatner, Nimoy, and Koenig. Sorry. This one is from 118, about Insurrection. That one unfortunately didn't get received real well. I think it was a good. Movie. I think it just would have made for. I think it would have worked better as an episode. There is another one about Insurrection, and there's even an interview with Persis Kambata. I apologize for butchering her name, but she appeared in the first motion picture film. Number 121, talking about the Borg Queen and her reappearance in Voyager. And it also has B'Elanna on there. This is 122, about the end of DS9. Another issue following up on the end of DS9 is 123. Oh, cool. There's even the Fine poster inside. So number 125, The Making of the Barge to the Dead. This is interesting. It's specifically about one episode. Where B'Elanna gets reunited with her mother in the Klingon afterlife. 126, Deanna Troi, about her appearances on the Voyager episode with Barclay. Here's one of Kes, number 128. Oh, here we have a callback to X-Men. 129, Patrick Stewart about making the first X-Men movie. Kind of interesting. There's cross promotion because it would have been two different studios at the time too. For 130, a little showcase on the Voyager crew. I like this cast photo. Everybody's kind of. It's a good layout. You get to see everybody real clearly. You get to see a bit of their personality. Even Seven has a slight smile. My girl Seven, she's badass. 132, issue about Shatner. 133, it's a special issue commemorating Voyager's finale as well. On the back, there's a nice little poster. Homeward bound lithograph. We're near the end. Thank you for hanging there with me. Number 140, talking about Nemesis and Jonathan Frakes on the cover. And there is a nice poster in here. Ah, Hoshi Sato. I really like this background. And then last but not least, one featuring Brent Spiner 154. He played one of the songs. And this one's got a poster of Brent Spiner. Ooh. Oh, this was a fun one. It's a little collage of all the various characters he played. So very, very wise. Very wise choice. Or not various, yeah, the very characters and various looks he's had on the show of TNG. But yeah, it's gonna take me a while to dig through all these. Oh, so I forgot one last thing I really want to show off. Basically, the main reason I was waiting so long to do this video because this was the last item that just came along, and I just wanted to wait until this item came along to be able to showcase everything because it's a pretty interesting piece. So you know, trading cards have been a thing, and recently they've been doing called costume cards or relic cards, depending on whatever. But it basically features a tiny patch of clothing that was used either possibly on screen or as extra wardrobes in case the original should get ripped or whatever. And I got this. It is a 7 of 9 relic card featuring I forget what the episode's called, but it's the one where Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson appears as, and they're fighting in a gladiator pit type thing for the entertainment of other people, and most of them being forced into it. And this, of course, it makes sense to put her in a weird like wrestling crop top, I guess, what do you want to call it. But anyways, I got this because it was more affordable. It was one of the more affordable options. I also got my eye on the Seven's blue uniform. Ideally, I wouldn't mind getting one where she wears the actual Science Blue TNG uniform. I would like one of those. But it's just a really cool memento. And I believe I don't know if you can tell, but it's like a gold patch too. So I'll have to rewatch the episode and see what the like gold, which part of the costume was gold, because I mainly remember it as silver. But yeah, I just thought this was a cool item. I don't think I'll get into collecting cards full time, but definitely be picking up select cards like this. I've also got my eyes out on anything from the Doctor to Bones McCoy to Paul, because and Data, I would say they're more my primary, some of my top favorite characters. It's a shame that Lower Decks can't do something directly like this, but I would love it if they were to do like animation cells or something like that, or even sketches. That would be really cool. Sketches from some of the animators would be really, really nice. So yeah, thank you for watching. Live long, prosper.